Every founder has that one conversation that they'll never forget. The one that changed everything. And for thousands of YC founders, that conversation was with Michael Seibel. Michael didn't build a personal brand. He built a system that scaled YC into excellence. He's advised more than 5,000 startups, including some of the biggest names in tech. And the combined values of all of those startups is $192 billion. Michael has turned YC into a well-oiled machine that finds and funds the best startups in the world, all while doing 6,500 office hours, read 17,000 YC applications, and has advised more than 50 startups worth more than 500 million. He turned YC into a global machine that finds and funds winners. And now that he's stepping back from Y Combinator, it's time we talk about the legacy he's leaving behind. But before we start, this is a brand new channel, so if you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to see my newest video every week about behind the scenes of the YC ecosystem and the VC world overall. Thank you in advance. After college, Michael didn't plan on being a startup founder, he wanted to be a lawyer. But when his friend Justin Kan pitched him this crazy idea, 24/7 live stream TV, he said yes. Justin.tv was a reality show where Justin would just wear a webcam on his head and broadcast live 24/7. Michael said, I didn't know if I wanted to do a startup, but when's the next time your best friend is asking you to start a company? And then, because Justin was always live, Michael was thrust into the CEO role because Justin couldn't attend pitch meetings with investors. And so Michael said, they didn't even know we didn't have a CEO. We invented a CEO just to raise money. Then in 2007, they joined Y Combinator. And at that time, the team was debating whether to buy or to build a live stream backend. One group partner at the time, Paul Buchheit, the founder of Gmail, looked at them and said, how hard can it be to build a video server? It's just bits in, bits out. That line pushed them build their own infrastructure in-house, which allowed them to be 10 times cheaper than the competition. This single decision probably saved the company. They pivoted Justin TV as a platform. They rebranded as Twitch. They survived near bankruptcy, and then they sold to Amazon in 2014 for close to $1 billion. But Michael never forgot how many VCs said no to his idea. And so his big takeaway was, VCs make mistakes and they're wrong all the time. So don't assume VCs know more than you do. In 2013, Michael Seibel joined YC, and by 2016, he was running every YC batch. Over the next 21 batches, he advised 1,745 YC companies, all while building the modern YC. He coached Brex, Airbnb, Deel, and 5,000 others, all while building Startup School, allowing YC to expand its reach and go global. Picture this. It's week 3 of YC and you're stuck in pitching mode. Michael listens to you and then says, you're solving for investors, not users. That's not good. Go talk to 5 customers by tomorrow morning. That one sentence rewired the entire trajectory of the startup. This is Michael's coaching style that founders remember. Direct, fast, no fluff, and actionable. He really does care about users, not investors, and he's right. His advice is usually launch, talk to your users, and don't worry about the investors, try to be useful. To quote from a tweet from Michael, all of the best advice I've gotten in my life has been blunt. Blunt friends, coworkers, advisors are the heroes of my life. YC used to feel like an exclusive hacker club built on relationships. Michael helped turn it into a scalable engine, but without watering it down. As YC's first black partner, Michael championed founders often overlooked, like underrepresented founders or international founders. His idea was to flatten the access for everyone. It was not anymore about who you knew, it was about who you were and, most importantly, what you were building. Inside the batch, he embedded urgency and honesty, very, very high standards and zero ego. YC has often been criticized for growing too much, but actually it's been able to scale while maintaining its quality, and Michael had a big role to play in that. You can't just scale excellence with good vibes. You need to build systems. That's the infrastructure that Michael built. The best example is YC Startup School, a free program accessible to everyone online. It is by far the most famous startup course online that's been followed by tens, if not hundreds of thousands of aspiring students that, of course, at some point want to apply to YC as well. Finally, he helped create a codified, repeatable experience for every founder. Onboarding, office hours, demo day, everything codified to run the YC playbook. With this, he helped YC scale from 40 companies per batch to 400 companies per batch at its peak, though it's significantly come down since. Again, all while keeping the quality as high as ever. To people that say that YC's become too big, I'll say, thanks to Michael, it's not too big, it's scalable. And so his legacy is not only in the thousands of companies that he helped, which he did, but also in the system that he built that will ensure thousands more are being helped in the future. And for the investors watching, there's a lesson here too. Michael showed us that founders don't need hand-holding, they need sharp, timely, honest feedback. A good investor gives you capital, a great investor gives you clarity. That was Michael Seibel. In early 2025, Michael stepped back as partner emeritus at YC. So he's no longer running new batches, but he's still advising the thousands of founders he's worked with along the years. And so what's next for him? Well, government was his passion before entrepreneurship. And today, he's bringing his tech legacy and what he learned along the way to the institutions that need it most. Obviously, this is not the end of the story, it's just the beginning of a new chapter for Michael. Michael Seibel didn't chase influence, he earned it. He showed up batch after batch, founder after founder, and his fingerprints are all over YC and the amazing incubator that it became. And now I want to hear about you. What's your favorite Michael quote, or what is something that you learned from him? Please drop a note in the comments. Thank you for watching until the end. Please consider subscribing to the channel. See you next time.